शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तु ते।
Good evening, each one of you present over here. I welcome each one of you to Tuesday's webinar conducted by CRDE, Center of Resource Development for Educators. It's our flagship program, twice a month, except during the summer vacation. We do conduct this Tuesday webinars. The main idea of Tuesday webinars is to collect the resource from the resource persons, because many times the educators are not able to join for the program, but in that case we do recording and upload in YouTube, upload in our website, so that at any moment of time teachers or the principals can make use of the same. And our main objective is to provide the resource to the principals and teachers, which in turn give it to the students. So I welcome especially today's speaker, Mrs. Reshma Rao ma'am, to CRD. Without losing time, I request Uma ma'am to conduct the program. Uma ma'am, please go ahead.
Thank you, Suresh Nair, sir. A very good evening to one and all present. On behalf of Center of Resource Development for Educators, I, Mrs. Uma Mahesh, welcome you all for the 43rd session of Tuesday webinars. Before we begin with our session, a brief about CRDE. Center of Resource Development for Educators is the initiative of educators Dr. Suresh Nair and Mrs. Deepa Desai. Dr. Suresh Nair, President of CRDE, a state teacher awardee, joined Vivek Vidyalaya and Junior College in 2006 after serving for KC College. His visionary endeavor in the field of education paved the way to fetch him an array of accolades. He is a co-author of physics textbooks for junior colleges and MHT CET for engineering entrance examination. Mrs. Deepa Desai, Secretary of CRDE. Mrs. Deepa Desai has been in the field of education for more than 37 years and is a recipient of many awards for her work. She has been a former principal of Arya Vidya Mandir Juhu, an ICSE board, the founder principal of Mahapragya Public School Kalwa Devi, a CBSE school in South Mumbai, and former head of IES Manik Vidya Mandir. She is a woman of many talents. Her rich experience as an educationalist also made her an innovative and knowledgeable trainer for the CBSE and Sri Kelwani Mandal's group of schools in Sherpur, Dhule. Center of Resource Development for Educators is a platform where teachers and educators are to excel and mentor the student community through local and international mentorship. CRDE offers opportunity to experiment and implement ideas, innovations, and collaboration to achieve performance and continuous professional excellence. CRDE is where confluence of like-minded individuals share and imbibe knowledge, experience through interaction, deliberation, and international exposure. Now, today's session, we have again a very eminent personality, Mrs. Reshma Bhagwandas Rao. Mrs. Reshma Rao is a science graduate, secured B.Ed degree, MA in Education from Institute of Education, Institute of Distance and Open Learning, Mumbai University. Postgraduate Diploma in Management of Education from 𝐾𝐨𝐫𝐤𝐥𝐚𝐜 Comprehensive College of Education, Training and Research, Mumbai University. Mrs. Reshma Rao is a highly competent professional with 27 years of experience in strategy, planning, teaching and training, HR and administration, finance and budgeting, student management, module, course design, startup operations and faculty management. She began her career as a teacher in Badria High School, Mangalore. Later, she worked as a lab assistant with Amartara Plastics, Saki Vihar Road, Mumbai. She joined Band Sanghas SM Shetty High School and Junior College in June 1991 as an assistant teacher in the primary section. From September 2001 till May 2014, she headed the primary section. From June 2014 till May 2023, she worked as a vice principal of the State Board School, in charge of the pre-primary, primary and secondary sections of the State Board School. June 2023 onwards, till date, she is the principal of Band Sanghas SM Shetty High School and Junior College, Powai. Mrs. Reshma Rao has many certificates and trainings to her credit. To name a few, 5-week certificate course in personality development, public speaking for Sumansis Consult Trainers in 2007. One-day conference on inclusive education, the Blueberry approach by Aegis in 2012. Workshop on recharging self by Dr. Tushar Guha in April 2013. Special personality development course conducted by Nrityanjali Services Bhandup in June 2014. Google Certified Educator Level 1 and 2 in January 2021. 6 weeks reflective training workshop in October 2022. Mrs. Reshma Rao has successfully completed academic projects on case study of an educational manager, institutional planning, organizational climate study. It's indeed a proud privilege to have you today, ma'am. And I would like to add, Mrs. Reshma Rao had her session on Metamorphosis of an Educator on the 6th of August 2024. And again, we are having a session today on Workplace Ethics for Educators. That is on 19th August 2025. This shows the affinity between Reshma Rao and CRDE. Over to you, ma'am. We welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma ma'am. That was huge. I have forgotten many of my certifications now. Thank you for reminding. Yes, I was asked to conduct, I think, a session in the last week of July, but due to certain issues, and then even now today, I apologize for my voice, which might stop in between. And since I am presenting on such a topic, it is not ethical for me to keep changing the dates. So I am here today with my topic, workplace ethics. Shall I share the screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Shall I start?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, the topic today is ethics in the workplace, and I am presenting this in front of all of you stalwarts over here. Most of you have served the education field for a lot of years, and you already are aware of what this is. This is just a humble effort to see that the newbies in the education field will be able to adhere to most of the requirements of the heads of the institutions where they are working at. Yeah, so here I start. Have you heard the dialogue, with great power comes great responsibility?
Yes.
Yes. Where at? If you can remember. This is from a film.
And recollect.
Yes. Shall I?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, this is from the film Spider-Man. Uncle Ben in the Marvel series says this, that with great power comes great responsibility, but it applies to us too. So, welcome everyone. Before we begin, think about this scenario. If someone were to silently watch your workday like a movie, what would it be? Will it be a drama, a thriller, or a value driven masterpiece? You have to think about this. So let's dive into the world of workplace ethics and find out what it would be. And the last slide would be a reflection for you after you learn whatever I have to present. Have you ever followed proper ethics in the school? Or as educators, many of you are here in the position of heads or principals or directors. So, in your institute, do you feel everyone is ethical? Do we all agree? What defines being ethical? Now, ethics is not just about avoiding theft or harassment or anything else which feels wrong, but it is about navigating the gray zones. Is being good enough? Really enough? Are we ethically aligned or just socially compliant? We have to think about this. Consider these scenarios. Just think about yourself. Read all these things which are there on the slide. If you've ever made a decision that felt right for yourself, but actually it was not ethical. Interesting, right? These are all small things, being late occasionally, surfing the web when out of task, when we don't have anything to do in the workplace, downloading unapproved music, installing unapproved software, forgetting assigned tasks, forgetting a substitution sometimes, struggling silently without asking for help. These are all late, small things, being a little late. These are tiny cracks, but they can shake walls. Let's look at how micro decisions can build or break an ethical culture. Now, there are a lot of things that might seem okay with a casual glance, but which really are not okay in the workplace. Sometimes the biggest ethical violations start with the smallest slips. You won't even notice until trust starts eroding. Are we mindful enough? What is ethics? Ethics defines principles for conduct, whether for a group or an individual. In the workplace, ethics refers to behaviors valued by the firm. This is the right definition of ethics. Actually, ethics is equal to principles plus values plus consistency. So, having certain principles for ourselves, having values, and being consistent in following those values. So, let's decode ethics beyond definitions into what it means in action. Why work ethics matter in teaching? We are all teachers in whatever positions we are in our school. We shape lives. We are working with live individuals. We know that we need to be their role model. So we need to build trust, credibility to foster a positive learning atmosphere. Also to motivate, to achieve the students to, give out their best and ensure high standards of education. These are the core ethical values that I have listed down. There would be many more, but I feel that these are the six which are very important, and I would go into each one with detail. So, the first one is integrity, which also means being honest and having strong moral principles. Commitment towards the job, Also dedication towards the student success and growth. Confidentiality is protecting sensitive student information. I will come into all the details. Showing professionalism, that is high standards of conduct and expertise. Showing respect in the workplace, respecting and valuing all individuals who are around you. And showing fairness, that is impartial treatment and equal opportunities for everyone who is with you. So let's go into each one in detail. Integrity and honesty, when coming to that, I already told you, it is upholding strong moral principles, and it also involves being very transparent and standing firm for whatever is right. So with whatever pressure that you have around you, sometimes it does happen, there is pressure from all sides to go for the wrong thing, but then you have to stand firm for what is right. So these are the different ways you can show integrity and honesty: by being truthful, that is transparent in assessments and communication. Without communication is very, very important. Avoiding favoritism, treating all students equally and fairly. Standing up for your right, even under pressure. I already just now mentioned that even under pressure, uphold the ethical standards and take responsibility for all that you do, whether it is a failure or whether it is a success. We have to take accountability, and we have to be ready for the impact of whichever job we have taken. Influence values between all of, I mean, students and even the people around us. Demonstrate behavior that shapes student character. This is the second one, professionalism. The person who, there is a saying in Hindi that जो काम करना जानता है वो दिखावा नहीं करता है. So person who knows to work doesn't show off. He continues to do work. So professionalism is a silent language of teaching, from punctuality to lifelong learning. You can see on the slide. It is all about showing up, staying updated, and setting standards. So, deep knowledge and skill in the subject matter. Being punctual, timely attendance without even somebody noticing that whether you are on time or not. You shouldn't see that somebody points out that you are late. So, timely attendance and adherence to all the schedules that has been given, submissions and all other things that happens in a school setup. Effective and understandable information exchange with our peers, with the students, with the parents. This is very, very essential. And as teachers, we are lifelong learners. So, continuous learning, ongoing professional development, growth. The government NEP tells us that we need 50 hours of CPD to be done. So, this is one of the aspects which comes under professionalism, which we as teachers who want to be in the role have to abide to. This is the next one, respect and fairness. Every child is unique, and so is their story. So, as teachers, we have to build classrooms where everyone feels heard and treated with equality. And how will we do that? Is respect for students' ideas, give chance to everybody in the class, the backgrounds they are coming from, and their learning styles. Understand what learning styles they need. Try to individualize the plan for them. For the colleagues who are working with you in your team, have respect. A lot of things happen when we are in the team, so do not try to insult someone with your loose talks, or you want to say something, tell it in a subtle way so that the person understands. Teach him how to do it. Everybody, we cannot compare everybody to ourselves. The staff, when I mean staff, I mean the other people, the support staff who is around us, the ayahs and the other people who are in the school, and also the school administration, that is maybe the management, the school office. Respect each and everyone, the work that they do, because it is because of um, teamwork that the school, the institute where you are working in, is surviving or is a success. Secondly, fairness towards the students, grading impartially without bias. and providing equal opportunities to all students in the class. I was speaking about this confidentiality and trust previously also. So, when students share, uh, you all might have experienced this thing. There are so many students in our classes who do not share their personal things with their parents, especially the adolescents. They do not share it with their parents, but they share it with us teachers. So when they share certain things with us, it becomes our duty that we keep it confidential unless it is something that we have to act upon. We already know about sexual abuse, harassment, POXO, and all those things. We are aware of the consequences. We are aware of the rules. So we know we know what has to be kept confidential and what has to be gone and reported to the higher authorities. So that we should know. Secondly, the academic records and the family background is not to be discussed in the staff room. Let us respect their privacy like we protect our passwords, because that is how safe learning begins. So we need to have trust between the students, and the students need to have trust with us. When we come to this commitment and responsibility, now these are cornerstones of our profession. So passion, planning, parent calls, paperwork, it is all a part of the package that we are doing. And that is what commitment looks like. Our role as educators demands unwavering commitment and a profound sense of responsibility. This extends beyond the classroom into every interaction and decision we make. It involves not only fulfilling our assigned duties with excellence, but also nurturing a passion for student learning, inspiring them to reach their full potential. Furthermore, a crucial aspect of our responsibility is to be lifelong learners. I already mentioned this before. Continuously adapting to new pedagogical approaches and staying informed uh, on all the different things that is happening in the field of education. This dedication ensures we provide the best possible guidance and education to our students. So, dedication to our duties, passion for student learning, being lifelong learners, integrity and ethical conduct. Following all these things, we show our commitment to our profession. Now, teaching profession is rewarding. Yes, we are at the end of the day, we are satisfied with what we have done, but it is not without its ethical complexities. As educators, we frequently encounter situations that test our moral compass and require careful judgment. So these challenges can range from maintaining appropriate boundaries in personal and professional relationships to ensuring absolute uh, fairness in all aspects of students' assessment. Moreover, we have a lot of pressure of workload and the need to provide inclusivity also while safeguarding student welfare. So these are the things which, as a teacher, we have to navigate, and navigating these situations requires a deep understanding of ethical principles and a commitment to upholding the highest standards. So, as teachers, we have to create a balance between uh, our emotions, student emotions, our peers' emotions, and a lot of things that happen around us. So when we are standing in front of the students, we have to forget all the things that has happened at home and in our lives. So creating a strong ethical school culture is a shared responsibility. So there is leadership role, there is school support system, and also the school has to support the teachers with ongoing training and reflection. It involves establishing clear policies, fostering transparent communication, and ensuring that leaders consistently exemplify the values they wish to instill. Beyond leadership, robust school support systems, including peer monitoring, and collaborative initiatives are vital. Integrating moral reasoning into the curriculum and actively seeking student participation further embeds ethical thinking. Finally, ongoing training through workshops and scenario based discussions, alongside the dedicated time for self reflection for every teacher, ensures that ethical principles are not just taught but lived within a school community. I'll come to the reflection part again. A strong These are the profound benefits of a strong work ethics in education. A strong work ethic within the educational settings yields numerous profound benefits for both the students and the teachers. For students, it translates into increased trust and engagement, fostering character development and improved decision making skills. They thrive in a safer, more inclusive environment that instills a greater sense of responsibility in them. Now, coming to the teachers, it means clearer expectations, reduced stress, and higher job satisfaction. It also cultivates a stronger team collaboration, elevates the school's reputation, and promotes continuous personal and professional growth, ultimately attracting and retaining exceptional educators. We have to, as heads, we also have to think about this. Retaining the good staff is something that we all have to see. Now, a truly ethical school culture is not just a set of rules, it is a living framework that builds a profound foundation of trust, respect, and integrity. This permeates every single aspect of educational experience, from classroom interactions to administrative decisions and also parental involvement, which is very, very essential. When these values are deeply ingrained, the school becomes a place where everyone feels valued, understood, leading to a more positive, productive, and ultimately a meaningful journey for all who are a part of it. So, trust, respect, and integrity, and which will help in a positive educational journey for all of us. There are two essentials in any professional setting, and particularly within the sector which we are working in, the educational sector. Two pillars stand paramount, that is, respect and responsibility. These are not merely abstract concepts, but actionable principles that define the quality of our interactions and our influences of our collective efforts. Respect says how we perceive and treat one another, while responsibility underscores our action. Together, they form the bedrock of a healthy and productive professional environment, ensuring that every individual feels valued and every task is approached with dedication. Respect and responsibility are not extra, they are essential. Let's understand what each one means. So, how do we understand and practice respect? Respect is more than just a word. It is a fundamental principle that underpins all positive human interactions. Respect is defined as proper courtesy, polite, or kind regard for others. It manifests, or you can see it in two critical ways: the way we think about others and the way we treat them. So, our thoughts and the way we think, we start treating them. So, this is one thing that we have to keep in mind, that the way we treat somebody, so the way we think about someone, we treat them in the same way. So it is imperative that if we value each person not only in our thoughts but also through our spoken words and actions, recognizing that our internal perceptions often translates directly into outward behavior. So thoughts, words, and actions are the three things that we have to know. For respect to be truly meaningful and effective, it requires adherence to a specific behaviors that fosters harmony and understanding. So fundamentally, it necessitates non-violent behavior in all forms. Equally important is the commitment to the peaceful settlement of disputes that happen in a workplace. Rather than resorting to confrontation, respect calls for dialogue. So, negotiation is something that is very important. And these pillars ensure that interactions remain constructive and that every individual's dignity is preserved even in disagreement. So, whenever there is something like this that is happening in a setup, any professional setup, active listening is one thing that is the key to it. So, giving full attention to understand the two parties and then see that if they can come to a settlement of the dispute that they have already created. So this is something that as leaders I think we all have been doing. How to address bullying behavior? This continues the previous slide. So addressing bullying behavior is a critical aspect of fostering a respectful school environment. It demands a sensitive yet a very, very firm approach. When confronted with such situations, it is paramount to listen attentively first, give full empathetic attention to those reporting or experiencing bullying, including the non-verbal clues. So, our response must always be calm and deliberate, avoiding any reaction that could escalate tension. Furthermore, maintaining a consistently mannerly, courteous, and a civil demeanor in all interaction is essential as a teacher, as a head, as a principal. This means actively avoiding ridicule, insulting language, or any behavior that could embarrass or demean others. So, thereby modeling the respectful conduct we expect from our students. This is something I wanted to share with all of you. If you can see very closely the slide right now, there are some things which are in my control and there are some things which are out of my control. If we stop bothering about the things which are out of my control, which is normally that we do, we are always bothered about what others think of me, how others feel, what are other people's motives in this job that has been given to me, what others say, what are the beliefs and the conceptions of others, what is my past, what is my experience, what is going to happen in future. We are thinking constantly about all these things. Our first reaction when anything is told to us is always negative. Maybe we are wired like that. But if we start concentrating in the inner circle, that is the aspects which are in my control, that is my positive attitude, my inner peace, what I eat and how I stay healthy, my relationships with my friend and family, finding creative and different ways to make money, my productivity, if we concentrate on that, I think we will be very, very successful. We don't have to think about anybody else who is around us. So, this is something that we all have to adopt into our lifestyles. We are all working in a team, and what is the team is an acronym, if I think all of you all know it, and the acronym of team is together everyone achieves more. So behind every great school is a great team, and what builds that team is respect. Let us see how we can do that every day. So you shared humanity, understanding that everyone has fundamental human needs. Everybody is in the team is going through something or the other, and maybe whatever somebody is going through at a higher intensity, somebody is having some normal problems, day to day problems, but all that comes to the workplace So for some days, I think we, in case we know that our colleague is having certain problems, we have to show some empathy towards that person till that person comes back to normal. All individuals deserve equal treatment and respect, and empathy always builds stronger teams. So we have to remember that our colleagues are also individuals. They have the same human needs, wants, and rights as we have. When we understand this, we can foster a supportive and understanding workplace. How do we embrace responsibility? The definition of responsibility is a moral, legal, or mental accountability, being answerable for your actions. When you are responsible, people trust you, you are reliable, and it is an essential quality for team success. It also develops your character and your professionalism. So be that person, the reliable one, the responsible one. These are some of the traits of responsible employees: punctual and honoring time commitments, do what they say they will do, listen to what a customer wants. As a school, our customers are our students, our parents. Provide value for paychecks, whatever we get. Avoid surprises. Do what you are paid to do. Be loyal. I don't have to explain all these things because we all know this. Protect proprietary information, that is school data. Information of the students, information of the school is not to be given out. Commitment to organizational goals. You have to have your goals set to the organization goals. Of course, when we are setting the goals, we have to have certain personal goals, but most of our goals also have to be, the main goals have to be set to the goals of the organization. So how can I help to achieve the organization goals? Continually enhance skills. I already mentioned about CPD, and comply with regulations and respect others. So these are some of the traits of responsible employees. These are some of the requirements which I have listed. Be dependable. If you have to be dependable, then you have to be present. You have to be there in your team on time every day. You have to show your presence. You have to finish your task, and sometimes also stay extra, come early, stay till the job is completed. Finish quickly and thoroughly, do a correct, thorough job. It's not that somebody else has to work on what you have done after you have done it. So you have to complete the job and not see that, not allow somebody else to work on that job after you have done it. The work that you have submitted has to be perfect. Curiosity didn't kill the cat, but it promoted it. If to grow, you have to ask, you have to learn, and then you grow. So that what makes great professionals. So first of all, take interest, engage deeply in your work, seek training and advice whenever needed. That is, ask for help whenever you feel that you are not knowing something. Please ask. There are so many people around you. Each one has got their skills of their own. So find out who can do the job better. Learn from them. Stay updated. Read about the new technologies in your field. Reflect. This is one thing which is required. If it is possible, every day, please spend about 15 minutes at the end of the day. Maybe in school itself or in your workplace, after everybody has left, sit for 15 minutes. Just reflect on your work day. Make a list of things which went right, which went wrong. How would you enhance those which went right? And how would you correct all those actions which went wrong. If you can do this every day, that is very good. People, those who travel, can do it when you are traveling. These little things will help you being proactive in learning and improving, and it will help you to have a very good ethics in your school. Third one is be realistic. Accept all the tasks. Every job has a routine and interesting element. See, we are all, for the first 2 3 years, it's very exciting to work, especially in a school. But maybe after some years, after 5 years, 6 years, and if you are in the same class, if you're teaching the same syllabus, if there is no change, uh, sometimes it feels dull and it feels routine. But then try to do something good. So try to do something new and change the routine task. If you're doing the same thing for so many years, try to do something innovative. Try to see what your students are new, isn't it? So it's not you may be the same old person, but your students are changing. Their ideas, what they require, their needs are also changing. So you change the way, the style of your teaching or the style of your working according to them. So your task will not feel dull at all. So do the task with the same commitment as the exciting ones that you have been doing. Be balanced, work hard, dedicate effort at your job, care for yourself. This is very, very important. I already told in the previous slide that we have to have a balance between our home and our workplace. So we have to care for ourselves, engage in self-care and exercises. We have to value our family and prioritize loved ones. Nurture the friendships that you have, maintain strong friendships. So work is a part of life, it is not your whole life. Thinking this, you have to bring a balance between your professional and personal well-being. This is my last slide, a reflection slide. So after going through my presentation, if you are reflecting on yourself, take some time, not now, but maybe in today evening or when you are going to bed. Just reflect on your life. Imagine living your current life infinitely. Just think that you are going to live the same life again and again and again every year now for another, say, 7 janams. You are going to live the same thing. What do you feel? Is it going to be horrifying? Or is it going to be, oh, such a nice life? I want the same thing for 7 years. So, this is the introspection that you have to do. So, if you feel it is horrifying, then what shifts would it make it exciting? You have to make the shift right now. So, make the desired changes and think that if there is another future for you, another life, then who do you need to become? So, keeping this reflection in mind, change yourself now. Don't wait for the next janam to come. Thank you. Hope I have fulfilled all your expectations. Suresh Nair, sir.
Suresh
Yes, ma'am.
Nair
Yes,
sir
ma'am.
is not
Hearing you.
responding. Deepa Desai is responding.
No, no,
I
no.
wonderfully presented
I had kept it
and very
for, no.
thought-provoking, makes us think, a lot, and really liked it. Wonderfully presented, ma'am.
Thank
Wonderfully, content-wise and everything, very, very good. Wonderfully
Thank
done.
you. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful
And
guidance.
Any questions?
what, what we got is something. I mean, we were expecting ethics means something, but you have presented in a different way. I mean, what all it contents and all. I mean, it contains like many things. But normally, the moment we hear ethics means certain things comes. This is something beyond that. So that's what has been explained by you. It was nice, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Good evening. I have
Yes.
one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the session was really very nice. I just have one question, that is, how do I maintain a healthy competition with my coach and colleagues without affecting the teamwork, like the feeling of jealousy? We often feel jealousy. Sometimes we feel like, we're not able to be that way, the way they are. So how do we overcome that? Like, I don't know. I just think I missed out that point somewhere.
That is all of you here, Uma ma'am and Suresh Nair sir, Ambuja ma'am, please also contribute to this question
Yeah.
because we are all
Yes.
experienced. I feel
Uh,
jealousy is common. Competition is also very much common when we have appraisals and all these things in the workplace. Um, but when we have to succeed, it is not me alone. It is always teamwork. So we have to see, I think we have to see the strengths and weaknesses of everyone and then take the team along. If there is someone who is uh, not cooperating with us, then, or somebody with low energy or who is not coming along with the team towards success, then we need to speak to them, or we have to be clear. I also mentioned about clear communication. So when there is transparent communication, we don't have to think about anything else. When I have communicated my matters clearly, uh, I think the team members also have to understand that I don't have anything behind my back, or I am not trying to put down somebody else. I think this is it. You can also read the energy bus, the book, which will help you in all these things, how to take a team or the people around you together to in any sort of a setting, not only a school but any professional setting. If
Yeah,
anybody
sure. Thank you.
add
I'll
to
do
this,
that.
I think Sonal Pandey would get a clearer view.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would
Thanks.
I would like to add a little more, ma'am. Uh, what I feel is that you have already shown one slide wherein what are all the parts which we have control and we the
out
parts
of
which we
control.
don't have
Correct.
out of control.
Correct.
So which
Yes.
covers this jealousy. Somebody is jealous about you, that is beyond your control. Let them be jealous. You do your work in following certain ethics. That's all. Don't think about others. Let them only think. You should not think about think about others. Let them think. That's what I can. I would like to say.
I think
Yes, sir.
that's the right.
Yes. Yeah, sir.
Uh,
Yes, Suresh Nair, sir. Yes, you are right. I'm not saying again, but I would like to say what Sonal Pandey wants to know is how do we go together when we
uh,
have difference of opinion and working at the same place as we have to face every day. So how do we go so that all this jealousy and that competition, whatever is there, how do we set right and go ahead as a team? That's what, right?
so
So,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
somewhat compromise is required from both the sides. That
yes,
of course
actually,
life is
that
a
is what.
compromise. So
uh, yeah,
if both the people are not ready to compromise, then there is no other way. Otherwise, well, let us find out the way by compromising both the sides, and if at all
and
required.
and I would like to add here, as educators, we are all educators and quite senior. All the educators who are here are quite mature, and we as educators, we are working with tiny tots and children. So when we are having this, how are we going to bring in
Yes,
positive in them? So that is
correct.
that's how every educator should feel, that I should be positive, I should be together as a team works, which reflects on the students. That's what I feel.
That's right.
Correct.
No, I want to share something.
Yes, yes.
I feel there's a thin line of difference between responsibility and accountability. A thin line of difference. Responsibility is the ability to respond to a situation. I'm given a portion to teach and I teach and finish it off. That's my responsibility. But when I look at accountability, it's more like a transaction wherein I take account, like how when I give some money and I count how much money has come back or how much have I spent, every detail. Because I have this live example with me. There was this professor who went on a leave for 2 months. And she had about 3 to 4 chapters to complete. It was the month of August. And she had 3 or 4 chapters to complete by October. Now, when this question was raised in the meeting, she said, I'll do it. It's my responsibility. It's fine. I'm, going to be in charge of it and I'll do it. The next thing that happened was she went to the class, gave a few assignments, then some, question banks for some chapters, and somehow or the other, she showed that she had completed those remaining 3 chapters. The situation is a little questionable because is the teacher, she's responsible. Yeah, she has finished her portion. Practically, if you go to say she has given the questions, she's done that and she's finished her work. But is she accountable is a big question mark. Have students really understood? Did she fulfill all their questions, all the queries that they had raised? These are sometimes, you are put in a situation. So even the head of the institution granted leave. But then when we talk of ethics, such small questions also arise very often. A teacher finishes a portion very quickly. You'll find teachers rushing through, just reading the chapter, posing a few questions and rushing through. So this once again, is questionable when we talk of ethics. So I think it's very personal. Ethics is something which is very personal. This is my opinion. How much ever, you are in a situation, you want to be a professional, but there are situations where you can't, and you do things which are not proper. Okay, so then it becomes something very personal and you start questioning yourself, am I doing things right? The do's and don'ts, I think, are the ethics really mean the do's and don'ts in any profession. And in teaching, we have academics, we have curricular activities, with extracurricular and co-curricular activities. So in each of these areas, in examination too, I have seen a tuition teacher teaching in that school, she has students of the same school. Is it ethical? There are some schools, who don't allow it. But still this goes on. Okay, is it ethical? So many questions can be raised. Like one, when we talked about your posed this, Sonali posed a question, I think, regarding jealousy in a classroom situation between between 2 teachers. I think that's something normal. There is a competitive spirit. The best is, having some programs wherein, as I think Madam Reshma Rao mentioned, together each one achieves more. So have some workshops on team building or pair them up for some activities where you find 2 people not getting well along, and then give them both responsible positions, and then, they gel together and then come together. So, we have to think about something out of the box to solve such situations, but it's going to happen. This is my opinion purely.
Wonderfully explained, Ambuja ma'am.
Thank
Just
you.
like
Thank you.
make the
Thank you.
naughtiest child the monitor in the class.
Yes.
Pair these 2 jealous ones and things will work. That's what I
Yes.
have been trying and I have been successful also.
Yes, even I feel that way.
Okay, anybody else? Lata ma'am?
Yes, please continue, ma'am.
Lata ma'am, would you like to?
No, I'm loaded with information and wisdom. Thank you, Reshma. I'm only thinking how to use it post-retirement. Let me catch some teachers now. I'll caught some of them. It's a wide difference between private and aided. Ethics and rules, and like Ambuja ma'am said, how did you complete? Why did you complete? Why won't you take? Why can't you give me leave? For us, everything is a question mark. We have no law in our hands. It's just like empty hands. Go ahead with this. But then, as always, 50 staff members, 2 may be bad. Ignore and go ahead. If you sit behind those 2, you will lose the work of the other 48.
Yes.
So might as well leave them. Does not mean allow them to just enjoy their salary, but then ignore them at least at places where work matters more, time is important, or the responsibility is very crucial. If you sit behind those two, you will lose all the importance of the work and the target before you. So as always, the team matters a lot, and we have to take it ahead. It's the hands of the head, how she takes it over. So many examples and ways we have been doing all these years. And Sonal, you will learn it down the lane. Don't worry. Tomorrow you will
Either
get an
put them
assignment.
together or keep them
Yeah.
separate.
Tomorrow you'll make
I'm sure I'm gonna
teamwork.
learn
Yes,
through
God
this.
bless.
Exactly, Lata ma'am. What you said was exact correct. It's highly contextual.
Yeah.
Anuradha Sawant ma'am, would you like to share something?
Ma'am, I need to ask my one question. Can I ask? Can I move ahead? Hello.
Yes, please.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Nowadays, ma'am, bullying and the lack of the respect of the students is been seen nowadays. It is going on increasing. So, ma'am, how to tackle that?
Bullying behavior?
Yes, ma'am. Bullying
In the
behavior.
students?
And yes, ma'am. Bullying and yes. Values are going down, ma'am.
This can be done through different programs in the school. I feel that each class has got its own different problems or issues. So instead of handling the entire school in the matter, we need to see where the problem lies. First of all, find out the root cause, why that bullying behavior is there. What is the reason a child is bullying the others? Find that out. Sensitize the students.
Okay.
Put them, make them responsible for certain behaviors, like having, previously we used to have bal adalats and all those things. So presenting them the case and trying to understand from them only what would be the solution, what is right, what is wrong, making them understand through the case study what is right. They say what is right and what is wrong. Maybe many of them will, mend their ways through this method. Or having certain sessions with them, speaking with this, identifying who's that bully, or if there are many students, taking them separate, asking them what is the problem, why they are bullying, or to the extreme case, maybe threatening them also with certain punishments that that is the extreme step that we can take. But previously, all constructive steps, if we can do some constructive work with them, I think that is what we all do in the class.
Yeah, that is there. Correct.
Exactly.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'd just like to add a thing in this.
Yes, ma'am.
First and foremost, if you, I'll just add just a little more to this, what Reshma ma'am has already given a lot on it, what all you can do. Now, for any sort of a behavior, that is my understanding, for any sort of a behavior, there is a reason.
Yes.
If a person is bullying, what is the reason? Is he not getting sufficient attention either at home or in the class? And that is why he or she is indulging in such behavior which is attracting attention towards him. So it is that, badnaam hue to kya hua, naam to hua. It is something like that. So one needs to first and foremost understand the reason for that sort of behavior, and then appropriate action. Each individual is different, each case is different, and accordingly appropriate action needs to be taken. So when I say action, I don't mean you need to reprimand the child always. There is a way of handling, and these days most of the schools have counselors. So talking to the child, trying to understand why he or she is indulging in this sort of behavior, and a solution can be found most of the times. This is what I feel. But Reshma ma'am has given you a lot how you can handle it. and I'm sure you will be able to do so.
Fine, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes. Anyone else who would like to share or would like to ask some question to Reshma ma'am? Anyone else? Okay. So, Suresh Nair, sir, Deepa Desai ma'am, what is it? Do we?
I think we can wind up, no issue.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, of course, it was a wonderful session with a lot of experiences. That's what I'm saying. At the outset, let me sincerely thank the speaker for today who presented a wonderful, which is, which is needed for all the educators today. The topic, like ethics at workplace, is very, very important. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful session. And there was active participation from everyone. So that is also something very nice. And I sincerely thank Ambuja ma'am, Lata ma'am, Saroj ma'am, for always being there with us. And I sincerely thank all the educators who could easily attend today, maybe because it has been a very heavy rainy day, all are at home. So we could see many of them attending. That's very nice. That's very nice. And so last but not the least, I sincerely thank Sadhna ji.
Thank
Sadhna
you, ma'am.
Srivastava. Yes. Dr. Suresh Nair, Deepa Desai ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to host the webinar today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uma ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uma ma'am, for
Thank you.
hosting it
Thank
so
you.
wonderfully.
Thank you,
She
CRDE,
always
for
does.
giving
She
me the
always does that.
opportunity. It is indeed, it's a learning for me also to come and keep presenting over here. Thank you very much, Uma ma'am and
No,
Deepa
ma'am,
ma'am.
wonderfully done. A great
Yeah,
job. Very
Thank
well
you
done.
for a good session.
You know, I'm
Thank you
sure
so much.
everyone present could relate to it in some way or the other.
Yeah.
You know? So
it was a very,
really
very,
very good.
a very
Thanks a
rich
lot,
session.
everyone.
A
Thanks
rich
a lot.
session, and I think
Yes.
it was very refreshing also.
Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. Coming from
Thank
you.
you so much, ma'am, for such an informative session. We go through all this every day, but we somewhere overlook it, whether regarding the students or even ourselves or our colleagues also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.